You know, a lot of times in the fall of the year, you can actually get around, fish that are on bait, and there's actually too much bait, and it's really hard to take a lure and compete with that much bait. You know, when we've got that much bait to eat, they can be really, really hard to deal with. So there's a few little tricks you can do. One, you can throw something really big, and when you do that, you're not going to get as many bites. But sometimes that's a good angle to take. Throw a bigger bait, like I'm throwing a bigger topwater right here, bigger than the bait fish. Sometimes, other times you really got to try to imitate what they're eating, to even get a bite. So there's a lot of different little ways to make it work. Here's a little one right here on the topwater. But there's a lot of fish out here, on this bait, and I'm throwing a good size, that Sexy Dog, bigger bait, which, the truth of it is, when you're up here on these schooling fish on these shad, there's so many little fish there to begin with. It's really hard to get a good one out of them, because the little fish are more aggressive, and some big fish there, but you got to wade through a lot of these guys, to catch a few decent fish. But competing with all that bait can be tough. That's a tough sell. You can see right here what we're looking at, just lots and lots and lots of bait. And you're trying to, with millions and millions and millions of shad down there to eat, you're trying to make them bite an artificial lure. And a lot of times that's a pretty tough sell. I have seen it where you just have to crank up and get out of them. Just leave them, because you just can't get them to bite. There's a pretty good one. This one right here might be 2 pounds. There we go. Just stayed with the topwater there with the Sexy Dog. Had a lot of them bite it. They're knocking it out of the water and just going wild on it, and finally this one ate it. So much bait in this area, and a lot of fish. A lot of them are small guys, but it's a lot of fun. Catching fish like that on topwater is a lot of fun.